Meeting will start shortly. Bear with us, okay? You're missing a good breakfast.
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
Pretty good.
The only thing about the tarp and that awning sitting in there, you're sitting right on the tarp and the awning, looks like an awning out or whatever. And then a tarp, a blue tarp sitting right underneath the dartboard. I'm like, that's not good. I was gonna move it. I'm like, better not.
Yeah.
Let me bring it up to somebody who knows something. I'm gonna move it to.
Most of them guys out on the fishing.
Yeah.
What's that?
Most of the guys on the fishing.
Oh, yeah. Was that what they're doing? They're out fishing today? Oh, man. Salt water fresh.
I don't know. They all forgot today was meeting day.
It's I think they because of the week off.
Oh, yeah. Right. I think last meeting, I think they were coming in from Buckheim.
Alligators are sharp.
Right. Or raising the evergreen. Which is all South Florida right now, all that rain they had. Hey, have you seen that? Have you seen
Oh
that?
yeah.
Fort Lauderdale International, completely underwater.
I couldn't believe that. I seen it rain pretty bad down there, but I've never seen it flood like
You
that.
know, back in the early '70s, it flooded out on Halloween. Where my house was flooded across the street there under like a foot of water, whatever. We skimboarded across the street, the whole 9 yards. It flooded pretty bad, but I had never seen nothing like it. Like videos I seen my cousin was down. He was taking Fort Lauderdale International. Some guys out there swimming, their cars floating. Some guys out there swimming, I'm like, who's the more?
Yeah, maybe Phil, what's in that damn water?
Sewer water, jet.
Oh, Jerry, I didn't know you were here. How are you? Good. Good. Good to see you. Where's your better half?
He preferred not to show up today.
She's out there on the boat fishing too. As you can see, I didn't bring a book in.
But they make video cameras for on the phone.
Yeah, well, you don't have a form. Just a few notes. Yeah, so we're not gonna really.
Well, before we get started, I would like to say that as of today, I'm terminating my membership within the 8191 bike riders. I am quite ashamed that the ride that was established and had dedicated riders to go to Okeechobee, that I received a call at 1 o'clock in the afternoon of the departure at 5 o'clock and everybody backed out. I take that very personal, very personal.
Mike knew that.
I spent a lot of time organizing that ride along with my friend from Okeechobee. We set up with the AMVETS, Big Lake VFW, the Eagles. We had a great turnout. We had a great turnout, even American Legion Post 22 from Coco. Post VFW Post 8191. No one. That is shameful, grossly shameful. But yet, the members can take time to go elsewhere, do other things, but after all the time that was spent, no. And then I get the call and say, oh, well, we'll donate $200 to defray the cost that was expended. Well, if the riders are still going to do that, please make the check payable to AMVETS Post 200.
Who said we would do that?
Josh.
And Jerry, I fully understand and appreciate the position that you were put in. I apologize personally and on behalf of the riders group. I personally didn't sign up for that trip. It's far too long of a weekend for me to obligate. However, we did have signups and there were several folks interested. Everybody's all excited about it. And then they slowly just started whittling down to nothing. We didn't handle it well. We didn't handle it promptly and notify you in advance. I was nervous about the whole thing. I talked to Brett about it. I talked to George about it. You were wrong.
I'm wrong?
You were wrong.
Wrong.
You were wronged by the riders.
Yes, I was.
I know you were. And you have every right to be upset. I don't blame you one bit. The trouble you went through, the excitement, we knew what the ride entailed. We knew what we were getting into when we voted on it. So why in the hell nobody was able to go is beyond probably the same reason nobody's able to come in and help me cook breakfast. George and I, you know, we got new members who are offering to help, but our participation is sorely lacking. And I fully appreciate
the whole 8191 group. My lady friend and I, we have cooked, we have furnished food on bike night. We furnished, I forget, close to 50 meals of German Wiener Schnitzel. And we did not charge back to the writers group. And we put on more than one dinner. And, you know, this writers group is not organized. It is a shame. I get a personal phone call from American Legion Post 81 wishing me an 85th birthday. What did I receive from anybody here? Not one earthly thing. Not one earthly thing that this group acknowledges. I'm sorry. It is poorly run, poorly organized, and like I say, I'm done. I'm done.
Jerry, I would hate to see you go because you're a good member and you're a mentor to me because you're the person that I look up who encouraged me to ride. So I hate to see you go.
And that's the reason why Gisela's not here today. Because she's afraid she would get boisterous over.
And you have every right. You have every right to be upset.
We had 7 people that dedicated themselves to writing.
I know.
I'm not saying that it's anybody in this room. I don't remember.
I understand.
We blocked a room of motel rooms. Big Lake VFW had food available up until 10 o'clock at night. They had entertainment at the Tiki Hut outside. They had entertainment on the inside. Up on the final stop of the run, the AMVETs had food. They had raffles. There was money that was going to be divided between Post 8191 riders, the AMVETs, Eagles, and Big Lake. It is a shame that we lost out on that. We had close to 50 riders. I realize it is a distance to go, but we talked about that, I believe, for 2 months. 2 months.
Yep. Yep.
But yet they'll group together and go bar hopping. If that's a major thing, I'm not interested. I have nothing more to say. I appreciate you, gentlemen.
Jerry, I apologize.
I will say goodbye.
Yeah. I'm sorry that happened. I knew it was going to happen.
Well, I came down for the last day. Red
Yeah,
called
but it
me,
shouldn't have.
for the day before.
I know, but it shouldn't have.
No, but Brett called me and said, it's me and you. He said, I'm gonna have to drive the truck. He said, you're gonna drive the bike. And I'm
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not
And I
looking
said-
for reasons, but when we sign up and say we're going to fucking do something, we fucking do it.
Well, I
And
don't know. I went
he
to
has-
see Trump, so
He has every right to be upset with us, and he has every right to just, if he needs to bow out, he needs to bow out. You know, I'm relatively new to this whole situation too. I don't know Jerry's birthday. I don't even have the roster one. Josh has it, and it all got stolen out of his truck. So we're trying to reorganize and reestablish who's in the group, what applicants are pending, and all that stuff. You know, Jerry's got every right to be upset. He went through a lot of effort. It's no different than John setting up a poker run and nobody comes. You know, we can't let that happen. We have a poker run. I don't even know when the fuck it is. So just like last year when you did a poker run, he sets up a poker run and he's gone for 2 months. Okay? So who's filling in for him on this poker run? Nobody. That's what happened. We all want to volunteer and be a fucking hero, and then we leave town for 2 months. We can't do that. You gotta have somebody fill in for you. Somebody to follow up. It needs to get on the calendar. It needs to get talked about. And that's why people don't plan it, because they don't know about it.
I think the breakdown is communication. I took a chance to just word up there, because I wasn't sure if it was weekend or not.
It's on the calendar. You don't get that email? You got it? On the VFW?
Well, what calendar?
The VFW calendar has a menu calendar and
I went on the VFW website to the calendar.
He didn't do it this month.
yes, he did, because it was wrong, and I made him fix it. Because he had,
Well,
I've
I've been checking every day. It wasn't posted.
no, I got the email, that's how I looked at it, and he had biker's breakfast on Easter Sunday, and this, we talked about this, we're not doing it. So it went out,
No.
but I don't know the who. I'm not sure.
Okay, here's the one that's, this is the one that's sitting out front there, and it still has it as Easter Sunday. So,
Anyway, that's moving forward. I mean, that's
yeah,
in the past, it's moving forward, we need to do better communication. I mean,
I
start
think
the meeting officially first of all.
I think we don't have a forum, we're gonna,
Okay,
which is really upsetting.
because I believe I told you this morning, I wanted to ride that on the jump travel. That should go on Friday.
Me too, I was gonna ride down Saturday and ride for the day and ride back.
Week before, I got 2 emails I sent to Josh, saying, hey, what about the Saturday morning group? Where do we meet, what time? And then I'll get back with you, never heard about it. Email I sent. And I'm not saying it's his fault or whatever, but that was last, communication. And I was ready. And like I said, I think I told you, like, I got up ready to ride and wound up putting 100 miles on my bike. We hear that you in the cabin. I'm like, man, these guys probably having a blast on that. But anyway,
well, just, I know we're not gonna have a meeting, but just so everybody knows, the May scheduled meeting is the 14th, and that's Mother's Day. So if we're gonna reschedule that, know it ahead of time, okay? And
Well, if you recall, the last meeting in March, we talked about Easter Sunday and us not having the meeting on Sunday.
but that, again, that's over. It's
Yeah.
over, you know?
I think it's a lesson.
Yeah.
Lesson learned.
And I wanted to bring up that, in case anybody's interested, at the wall event on May 3rd, there's going to be a car show from 4 to 8 out there. Anybody's welcome. I'm thinking about going over to that and putting my motorcycle in it, because any vehicle is welcome.
That's on the 3rd? At
The
Wicker
3rd of
Park?
May.
At Wicker
3rd.
Park. Who has the distribution list for the party? Do you
I-
have any jobs, or do you have one?
I have an email list that I can send to anybody. I don't have Eric on it, but that I know of. So
Eric,
I'll-
let us jot down your email.
yeah, and I will send it to everybody. I'll generate it.
I guess I could reply all with that one Josh sent. You did. I don't know if I went.
Yeah.
Well, that's very unfortunate. You know, participation is dropping, kids are going to be out of school, traveling. It's hard to get folks together, especially for the whole damn week.
Yeah.
I'm not-
That sounds like a good time, though.
And it probably would have been, and I would have liked to have participated. I just can't, you know. Come back from it. It's hard, it's a big ask, so I never signed. A lot of us were reluctant, but he did have.
He had a lot of people scheduled. So
Right.
I signed up for the Saturday ride up.
I think you guys should make sure you follow up with that.
Yeah, nobody obligated $200 from this riders group without the president, the secretary, and the vice knowing.
I would at least bring it up so that
I will.
might be a chance to salvage him. He's all set.
That's a good point, thank you. Yeah, that's rather disappointing. Well, I don't see much point in doing a meeting, we don't have minutes from the last, did you want to go over the fund?
Right now, in the writers group, we have $7,008. March income is $357. March spent $211. And, what, did you get the money for the flag?
Not yet. I figured he's got it here, so I ain't worried about it. 133, some change. So,
Today, we got, $20 thrown in there early, so. And,
And I don't know who would really be coming up here for breakfast on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Maybe we take a month off.
And we got the right.
With
wait,
the wall.
38.
Right, with the wall.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna wait till the next meeting to do that, but I am very interested.
Right.
well, I can tell you that last year they met at the
Boat ramp.
down here with the American Legion group and all went down there. Now, I'm not riding this year because that's a hell of a ride, slow. You know,
Yeah, isn't it all the way, you go to
We go-
or something and meet up?
they go all the way to Cocoa University up there.
Oh,
Yeah,
Come down US one and turn off.
yeah. I mean, it's a nice event and everything, but for me, it was just too damn slow because you go fast, slow, fast. And it just wore me out by the time I got over to the park. So I'll meet you guys at the park.
What US one do you think?
Yeah.
So is there any information on that, or?
there is. I thought, isn't there something posted inside here on the bulletin board? It says the 30th.
30th is what it is. I know that.
Yeah, and I didn't bring my phone in here, but we'll find something out. And I want to get y'all's emails before we pull out, because I gotta get y'all with Josh and,
No way to swear in.
well, we don't have a quorum. We have to have 3 officers. If we don't have our secretary, our sergeant at arms, chaplain, no.
The other thing is $1.
On the quorum. That's the Hogan's. 30 bingo. It was fun. Beat red and embarrassed. We had a good time. Right, and then you're all rolled by.
Yeah, then I went to walk around the one-way street, I didn't know they changed all that. Up there years.
They're excited to have us back. We're going up there for. So we do kickstands up at 6 o'clock from here, and we'll ride up. It's just the 3rd Thursday of the month.
I can't commit to that, but
Okay. Well, sorry about your introduction to the writers. This is rather unfortunate.
What's gonna happen this fall?
Yeah. Everybody has to go. Unfortunate. I know Jerry put it, but I think I just sit from the start. That's yeah. And then he didn't get another one. Didn't have
Name number, sure. Just a question, was that a money ride or a volunteer thing?
What's that on Thursday?
The one that you guys said.
It was a voluntary ride, folks. We had an opportunity to go down to Okeechobee, get a few posts, spend the night in a motel that he had been at before. We got like a group rate. Get up Saturday, go tour the lake, get another couple posts, stay the night in the motel again, and then ride back Sunday morning.
So was there any like deposit money put down?
No.
They had done it like the year before, 2 years before, you know. I had a good turnout.
I'm really just from that situation. If you make a deposit.
I don't think there was no cost involved. You had to pay for your hotel.
Yeah.
And then whatever.
Usually,
Maybe we should have charged something so people would go.
right, yeah. It's so,
That's a good point. That's a good point. But again, everybody's full of great ideas until it comes time to execute when shit just falls off the radar.
So the other thing about poker room that we were gonna have, they had something for kids or something. Everybody went to that. We had ours way in advance. And later, that's for like.
Like I said, if you just add a little monitoring, it doesn't have to be much, at least they've got an investment.
That's a good point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do any kind of a ride today?
Rules.
That's